And Super Bowl ready?
Absolutely, right? Off to a good start. Throwing a lot of stuff at them, and they're handling it pretty well for the most part. You know, we keep having a mistake here and there. Pretty much every play, we probably have a mistake right now that are easily cleaned up, but we're challenging them and we're not holding back. And these guys are responding really well to it. You know, so it's been really good.
How do you interpret a day like today that was particularly 11-on-11, pretty bumpy?
Yeah, we don't play touch football, so I'm okay. I'm not gonna overreact. I got probably more emotional than anybody else did because I was getting, but yeah, that was touch football. That wasn't real football. So we're a physical football team. We run through tackles and all that stuff. So I'm not gonna get too overworked up about that.
We did see some of that emotion towards the end of that 11-on-11 move the ball drill.
Yeah.
What was it?
Well, that's the natural thing, right? When you have 2 or 3 3 and outs, you have this natural reaction to feel sorry for yourself, and I just sensed that the guys weren't running back to the huddle the way they always do, and so that's where someone had to step up.
When you're talking about there's on every play you're seeing maybe 1 or 2 mistakes, are they like when they're correctable? Is it just an alignment thing? Is it
alignment thing or like a first time experiencing something thing is probably the most common thing. Somebody getting something for the first time, or like you install a play as a specific formation, and then now as you get into camp you start finding new ways to do that, to expose them to it, put people in different spots so it's the first time that they get to do it. And so that's what I mean. We're just going to keep throwing guys at it and let them have different things that they're going to do, and we'll see if they can do it. And I know they can handle it mentally. I'm not upset about that at all. No.
So your perspective on the mistakes, you're saying that you guys are off to a good start, but there's mistakes every play.
Yeah, when I say we're off to a good start, I just think that they're getting better every single day. The mistake isn't the same mistake twice. Like I said, we're pushing the envelope. We're going to continue with our installations and keep challenging them with different things. And every day we create new situations for them. So again, these are all things that we need to experience and learn from them. And sometimes you got to fail at something first before you can get really good at it.
Does your past experience or your experience last year and even before that as an assistant inform your patience at this point in the year?
For sure, yeah. I mean, absolutely. These are usually my experience says defense does a better job when you're install period, when you're just learning what you're doing. But I think we've been doing a really nice job. I think it's been a good give and take here all throughout camp. We've had our moments, they've had their moments, and so I think that's just going to make us a better football team if it keeps going that way.
How would you evaluate Justin's progress from a year ago at this time, because he's got to be a lot more comfortable?
Yeah.
Not having to learn so much.
Sure, and our defense is doing a really good job of challenging us with different stuff too, which is really good. The exposure that he's getting from our defense this camp has been awesome. So that part of it's been great too for his development.
Look, Justin's development in this day-to-day situation seems so incremental, almost like to the outside, almost imperceptible. But in the big picture, from your viewpoint, when you see, what to this point are you most happy about the progress he's made as it relates to him being just better this year than last year?
Yeah, I've said it to you guys since I got here that the most important thing for young players is that they continue to grow and get better every day, right? So when you have a huge setback or anything like that, then you have to reevaluate or reassess things. And Justin hasn't. He's been doing a great job of just continuing to stay focused, stay humble in the moment, and he doesn't make he makes mistakes too. But he learns from those mistakes and doesn't make them twice. So that's all really valuable for him. And then the experience is every single snap. That's why I love what our defense is doing. They're challenging him like crazy. It's been a lot of fun this camp to see him have to go through this in this early phase. He's playing the game out there, and it's been a lot of fun. He's not just going out there and going through the motions. It's been fun to see.
Is there a facet to his game you can point to? That like even fundamental, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, the simplistic version is, when you call a play and then he's able to manipulate that play in the proper way because of what the defense has given us. Maybe it's something the defense has never even shown us to this point in training camp, and for him to be able to pick up on it and manipulate the defense in the proper way has been really good.
some of the quick passes and like some of the screens, is that for you as a play caller helping him get back on track, kind of building, a couple quick gains in a row?
Yeah, I mean, not right now. Right now, this is pretty kind of scripted. I mean, everyone's got to get reps at different things. We need blocking on those. We need the line needs the screens. The guys need perimeter blocking for the quick screens. So, I mean, yes, I would say you're always trying to find some easy ones for a quarterback throughout a game, regardless if he's feeling good or not. But right now, it's still pretty scripted to what we're installing for that day or two.
Luke, you worked with the
Nathaniel Hackett in Green Bay. I was curious what you made of Sean Payton's comments about him.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love Hack. Everybody knows that. Special person in my life. You know, he showed me the way, and I'm very grateful for him. And so I was just happy to see, you know, he handled it a great way. Proud of his character and the way that he handled that yesterday.
People talk about the coaches code, you kind of don't rip a guy publicly. Is that something that you know about? Do all coaches kind of know that that's not?
Yeah, I don't know. I try to be a man of good character, so I would try to live my life that way, not just in that particular instance.
Luke, did you see what happened with Tevin Jenkins when he went down?
I did not. I have no. I saw him run. I saw him run off the field, but I don't know what happened. I didn't see what happened, or I don't even know what his injury is to this point.
How key is it gonna be for Tevin when the season starts to get out on the field and stay out on it?
Yeah, no, it's important for everybody. I mean, Mike McCarthy taught me that a long time ago, right? Like, accountability is availability, and so that's important for every single person on our team. So that's important for Tevin as well too.
Alex has been getting the reps at left guard with the twos, and then for him to move in today with that first team unit. What do you like about him that made you guys want to move him from where he was at last year, a little bit at right tackle to left guard?
Yeah, I think it's you know, seeing all that he can do. We've moved him. He's touched just about every position other than center, and so this is kind of the next stop. And I think he's kind of settled in nicely there. He's done a nice job. You can tell he's come in in shape. He's looked really good, and assignment wise, he's much sharper than he was 6 months ago.
When you said earlier that you got as emotional as anyone, what pushed your button?
Well, just like I said, when I saw them walking back to the huddle. Like, to me, it doesn't matter. Whatever the circumstance is, we all stick together. We stay together, and we find a way to dig out of whatever it is, and we gotta keep fighting. And so we're never gonna give up. And so when I felt that, that's when you guys heard that.
When you talk about the timing and rhythm with Justin, what's your interpretation of where he is now? Where do you want him to push here through the rest of August so that it's regular season ready?
Yeah, I mean, he had a couple today where he could, like, whether it's getting rid of a hitch or anticipating the angle that somebody's, like, a decision route and they're making a decision, anticipating that decision. So that relationship part of it, I think, is where we can continue to grow. Not necessarily just him throwing a route, but him throwing a route to a specific guy and the way that guy runs it. We need to sharpen all that up with each other.
Now that you've had the pads on for a couple of days, Braxton's been very vocal with us about knowing what he needs to work on. Now that you have seen him in pads for a couple of days, where do you see him going from year one now to year two?
Yeah, I mean, that's the confidence. He's stronger. He's firing off the ball. I can remember last year at this time, he had a tough time anticipating that cadence. And you can see him firing off the rock now, and his play strength is much improved too as well.
How different is it for you this year with maybe a deeper assortment of options for Justin to go to dial up something for everybody, and especially at this point where you're still installing stuff?
Yeah, no, that's it's nice to be able to spread the ball around, get guys in different spots, move them all over the field. We're still figuring out exactly what every single person can do, but we want guys to be able to do as much as they can. So we don't want guys getting stuck in one spot, and defense being able to play to that. So that's very valuable for us to be able to do that, and it's important that we have more than one person that can do just about every job.
With DJ, guys have talked about his body language as a route runner and then his body control when the ball's coming. As a guy who has expertise with receivers, what do you see now that you've had an extended period of time to work with him that makes him unique or special?
Yeah, I mean, he's such a powerful man. His play strength and balance and body control are his strengths for sure. He has patience when the ball's in the air too. Like that's a talent that I remember James Jones talking about all the time back then. Like, just having the patience to let the ball come to you and not let the DB know that the ball's right there, until it's already caught. And so, I mean, you can see those in him. And so it's been fun to let the young guys kind of learn that from him.
Luke, what has DJ done kind of for the rest of the wide receiver room too? Has he allowed them to kind of play more to their strengths and settle into roles that maybe they were a little bit out of last year?
I think most importantly, I think he's gone in that room and taken a really good leadership spot. And I think he does it by his work ethic, his humility. I mean, that guy's a grinder. He's all about his teammates. And when he makes a mistake, he owns it. I think that's all invaluable stuff that every young player is able to see. And then the relationship with the quarterback's important to him. And so those young guys, again, learning the way to be a pro has probably been the best thing that we've been able to have with DJ in the room. Despite all the the good stuff he's doing on the field as well.
How does Darnell Wright look to you?
Say that one, I'm sorry.
Darnell Wright, in terms of he's rookie, he's learning on the fly like everybody else.
Yeah.
Has he adjusted from one day to the next?
Yeah, he's done a nice job. He really has. Like, those first couple installs are rough for the guys up front. They get a ton. I mean, they get a ton. And so this is kind of like a semi-review day for them, and to be able to see him go out and play fast today and physical was good. I can't speak to exactly what it looked like for him, but he's been doing a really nice job. I've been happy with him, and you could see that when we put pads on yesterday, he was having a lot of fun running into people.
Luke, after seven practices, what's your assessment of Chase's connection with Justin compared to where there was when the season ended?
Yeah, no, I think it's been pretty good. I think it's just getting better. I think I bet his targets have gotten more every practice. So there's probably obviously some kind of comfortability that's happening, and it's Chase being where he's supposed to be when he's supposed to be there as well. So that's all good, comforting for the quarterback for sure.
Percentage of the time is that true of Chase, that he's where he should be?
But the majority, I'd say the majority. Like I said, there's everybody's making mistakes at this time of the season. Hopefully, when we talk in 2 weeks, I can say there's one a period instead of one a play.
Coach, as an OC, what type of problems does Tremaine Edmonds create in the middle of the defense, and how does that impact what you want to do and what you have to do to get around his size and ability?
Yeah, I think Justin said it best the other day. We have a scheme that should take advantage of somebody in the middle of the field, but he's like, the dude's like 7 foot tall and like the wingspan. It's like that's not happening, and he's right. So he shrinks the windows for sure in the pass game, and then his ability to play sideline to sideline just really challenges an offense to be able to capture the edges too.
That black football, I just wanna ask real quick, the weighted black football is like 3 pounds or something. Is that for running backs?
Must be. I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
It's like it was just
Yeah.
stood out, it's black and green if you see it.
Okay, yeah. I would imagine it's something to do with ball security for keeping your wrist above your elbow. I'd imagine, yeah. Yeah, thank you.